Hazi. Hello guys. Today, don't speak please. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about the being unhelpful and being student that one. Okay. Okay. The first definition is a teacher will help students indirectly by pushing students' ability of thinking. Teacher will make students try more and using their minds. Okay, that's the definition of being unhelpful. To make students to be talented and using his or her mind to telling the students that they can solve anything by their hand. Okay, so. For example, let us to assume that Muhammad, assume that you don't know the semicircle or U-shape, okay? The types of the shape. For example, I'm asking you, Muhammad, what's a semicircle or U-shape?
I don't know.
Let's say, imagine how many types do you have? For example, tell me.
How many what?
How many types? How many shapes do you have?
I think 3.
For example, can you tell me the 3 that you know?
One large table.
One large table, okay. For that one large table, okay.
Yes. Facing.
One Muhammad. That's one large table, okay. Okay, facing.
Facing. Yeah.
Okay. That one is facing. Okay, the other one?
Zones.
Okay, but till now you didn't tell me the semicircles.
Because I don't know.
Okay, I know. And also we have some other shapes. Okay, for example, we have this type of shape. That's the shape. Okay, and one another we have this type also. Okay, Muhammad.
Yes.
And also we have these types, this type of the shape. Okay. Do you imagine what one of them is a semicircle or U shape?
I think this one.
Very good, Muhammad. Very good. You are very clever. Okay. So now you understood how you will help the students. How you can help the students. Okay.
Unhelpful.
Yeah.
Unhelpful.
Yes. Okay, technique. How you can do it? Let students to do a mistake. It's not a problem. Okay. How many times student will do a problem or do a mistake? It's not a problem. It's not an issue. Just help her or him. Okay. Never tell the exact answer. As a teacher, you cannot tell the exact answer. We will not help him by the exact answer. Just we will guide him, okay? Give students a very small hint, as I did. For example, I showed Muhammad some shapes. But don't, as I told you, don't say the exact answer, okay? Just give him or her some very simple hint. Okay, if we be a very helpful, what will happen? Imagine, for example, fixed mind. Believe me, if we help the students more than that, it will be acceptable. The student will be fixed in their mind. Okay, for example, they cannot think. Even they cannot think. When they think, they say, "Oh, maybe it's wrong." Okay. Okay. Lazy. The student will be lazy because every time you are helping the students, so what the students imagine, the students say, "Well, I'm not reading. I'm just waiting that the teacher will help me and the teacher will do everything to me." Okay. So inability, the students will not be encouraged, will not pushing himself or herself. So as a teacher, you have to do not be more helpful. Fear. Believe me, the student will be fear because never he will try to do anything. Because of that, he will make a fear. He will be a fear. He will scare everything. And anxiety. he cannot decide about anything because he or she doesn't study about anything. So he cannot decide about anything certainly. Okay, let me tell you a short story about that one. Once upon a time, there was a man. There was a dad was living with his daughter. Okay, this dad was carrying a lot of more helpful. He was more helpful with his daughter. Okay, and every time he was caring about her, and every time. In the night, he was visiting her room, and he wanted to be sure about her daughter. Because of that, one day he visited to her room, and he saw that her phone is not have enough charge. Okay, and her phone is not on the. She didn't put it on the charger, so he decided to put her phone on the charge, okay, on the charger. In the morning, the very early morning, that kid wake up and saw her phone was on the charger. She was so excited. She went to her father and she said, "Dad, did you put my phone on the charger?" The dad said, "Yes, I did." And that daughter was so excited and said, "Thank you, teacher. You are thank you, Dad. You are the best dad in the world." She said something like that. In the next day, her dad did again. He visited to her room, and he saw that again she didn't put her phone on the charger. The dad did. Come on, please. That man put her phone again on the charger. In the next morning, his daughter came and said, "Thank you, Dad, for putting my phone on the charger." Okay? These things repeated again. It was repeated more than a week. Okay? One day, that man forgot to put in his daughter's phone on the charger. But what happened? What do you imagine? That daughter came very early morning. She was with a very angry face, and she said, "Dad, why you didn't put my phone on the charger?" Dad stopped and he couldn't do anything. And what I mean a lot of being helpful will let the other to think that you have to do it, you must do it. Okay, so show them they have to try, they have to do. It's not your responsibility to learn them. They have to learn themselves. Okay. Okay. The advantages. Self-confidence. I didn't forget anything. No, okay. Okay, the advantages. Self-confidence. Who can tell me what's the self-confidence? Okay, Abid?
It's make while you as a teacher do not be you being unhelpful. It's help to students to be confident, confident themselves.
But what's the meaning of
believe themselves?
Very nice. Believing in ourselves. Okay. This method will help students to believing in his or herself. Okay. You can show them they can do it. Okay. Motivation. Okay.
Motivate students to be to thinking critically.
Okay. Kasper.
It encourages the students to go after the topic of problem by themselves.
Very good. I mentioned, as you said, exploring. We will do can you motivating?
Like they say.
They say yeah, exactly. And also when you will telling the students to, for example, if you giving the students a very short issue or problem, the students, when they doing by themselves and they will solve that problem, they will be motivated because they think, oh, I did, so it's not very difficult, I can do it. Okay, it will be motivating them. Exploring aspects first, as I said. When you will giving that method that way, you will use for your students, the students will explore about everything. They will going to read about a book. They will
Research.
yes, exactly. Growth mind. Believe me, it will help students to make them thinking more and more. It will be make them. For example, as I said, when you will doing like that, just you will make them to thinking more. Okay, it will make them growth mind and interesting in subject.
For example, if you, as we know, most of the students or people say that math is difficult or boring,
Yes.
and they can do some activities to make interesting in the class or in the subject during the class.
You are right, but,
For example, they can do some groups and give them doing something about rest or head subject.
yes, very good. I mean,
While we searching for something and we get some new things,
Yeah.
it's more interesting to give us teacher like as a cooking on.
yes, very good for both of you. Okay, as we said, you will interesting in the subject, as they said, when you will find the subject, when you will find the problem, the issue, believe you will like the subject. Okay? Rapport. It will, well, as we had in the, I think, let me show you, in this chapter, when you will help with the students, when you will not tell them the exactly answer, it will have a discussion between you and your students. It will make a rapport between you. Okay? So I think that's finished. So. Okay. Any comment? Do you have any comment? There is any comment?